How I went from natural without the big chop. This presentation is going to explain transition hairstyles that work for me, hair maintenance tips, and how to stick with it because styling does get easier with length. Okay, so I decided to stop relaxing my hair about 2 years ago. I wanted to transition to my natural hair pattern without having to chop all my hair off into a itty bitty afro and then wait forever for it to grow slowly back. Because I don't really particularly like the teeny weeny afro style on myself. So I didn't want to wear that hairstyle, but I still want to go natural. So I didn't do the big chop. I'm completely natural. My hair is about a little past my shoulder when I stretch it out and pull it down, and it's completely natural. There's no more relaxed hair there, and I did it without chopping off all the relaxed hair. The first thing I did was make a plan. I had been relaxing my hair since my mom put my first relaxer in. And when I did get to the age where I started to do my own hair, it was already relaxed. So I have no skill or knowledge of doing kinky hair other than, a little girl hairstyle. But other than that, maintaining my hair with a kinky wave pattern wasn't something that I knew how to do, but I was determined to do it because I felt like this is the way my hair comes out my head, and I'm going to accept that and I'm going to make that look good. Um, just the way God made it. So I had a plan. I either was going to have my hair in twist, braids, or back in a bun. And that's another reason why I didn't do the big chop because I wouldn't be able to wear my hair back in a bun for long periods of time if I cut all my hair off and had this little teeny weeny afro. So I kept my hair, my relaxed hair, and just let it grow, 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 and grow, 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 and slowly getting little small trimmings. And eventually, it's just kind of like, just like one day it wasn't there anymore. I didn't even really notice it. The pulled back sock bun was like my main go-to hairstyle when I didn't have my hair twisted. I started off with twisting my hair and I didn't go to any professional. I went and I bought the hair myself, researched a different type of hair and got, it's called the Bob Marley hair, and put them in myself. But when after a month went by and I took my hair out, I did give my hair a break, and I would wear my hair back in a bun. I would have a sock. You can buy a sock from the beauty supply store to wrap your hair around, or you can take a sock of your own, a black one, or if your hair is brown, a brown one, and cut the tip off and roll it up like a donut. Put it around your ponytail. Pull your hair through the hole in the middle and brush it around the bun. Put some shea butter moisturizer on it to help to lay down, and have a tight hairband to wrap around your hair to keep it laying down, and you could twist it around or just push it under the hair bow. You can use more than one hair bow. This was definitely my go-to hairstyle after I would take my hair out to twist and just to give my hair a break from being in a twist, which I didn't give my hair very long of a break, and it did fine, but I did give my hair a little break every now and again, maybe 2, 3 days, and then I would put it back up, and I would wear the twists for a while until I got tired of that and switched to something else. Sometime it would be the bun for a while, um, and sometimes it would be braids. Okay, twist. My initial transition hairstyle. I wore this for months because there's so many different ways you can do it, and it could be short, it could be long, it could be thick twist, it could be skinny twist, and it's so easy to do yourself. So it was one of my favorite go-to transition hairstyles, and it was so good for the hair because you put on a big old glob of moisturizer, shea butter, and put it on your hair, and then you twist it, and your hair's just sitting in that moisture. And it wasn't something that took extremely long to do. Um, so this was definitely my first go-to transition hairstyle, and it worked well. And of course, when all else fails, when you're feeling frustrated and you need a break for real, you can always go to the handy braids. And we all know it's so many different styles that you can get when it comes to braids. My only advice is to make sure you don't let somebody braid your hair too tight around your edges. You do not want your edges being pulled out. Your hair is transitioning, and so it's already going to be shedding that relaxed hair. So you don't want anybody tugging and pulling on it while you're going through your transition. Your hair is much stronger once the relaxed hair is gone and you just have your kinky hair. I mean, it's much stronger. But while you're going through that transition, you want to be gentle on your hair. This was actually the least worn hairstyle for me was braids. I wore that the least. Um, my favorite was yarn braids. The thing about yarn braids is when you still have relaxed hair, the relaxed hair stick up. And you know for yarn braids, you need your hair to be kinky for it to look right. Um, so you kind of have to wait till way later to do the yarn braids. But yes, braids is always a good idea when you're trying to transition. Like I said, I didn't really do the braids too much. I kind of did twist a lot. And then once I was sick of seeing myself in twist, which took a while because there's so many different styles you can do with the twist, I would just pull my hair back into a ponytail and just wear it into a ponytail, wrap it around that sock I told you about, and wear a bun. You know what I'm saying? And of course, with your hair transitioning to being kinky, you need to do your hair at night. You can't just wake up in the morning and do your hair. You need to do your hair at night so that you can lay it down, put the gel on it, and put the scarf on it so it'll be laying flat when you wake up in the morning. If you do it in the morning, it's going to be kind of frizzy looking because it didn't get a chance to like lay down and and straighten out from having the scarf tied on it. Okay, here's a picture of some of the hair products I use. And I know there's so many out there, and my products are so simple, and that's how it is when your hair is kinky. I mean, you really don't need that expensive stuff. Some people they'll say, I can't go natural because it's too expensive. No, it's not. Not at all. One thing I noticed after I made the transition is that it's a lot easier to do your hair once you washed and conditioned it, and also just to do it when it's wet. It's so much easier to do your hair when it's wet. I mean, I couldn't do my hair when it's dry, especially when it gets, really dry. Trying to let that happen, but sometimes it does. And you want to always have moisturizer. I like the shea butter cholesterol cream, all natural. I like that. Uh, for me, I need the gel because I like to use it. I don't use it that often. I usually use it when I'm doing my pullback hairstyle. But if I'm twisting my hair now, my hair is to the length where I can wear twists without weave. So if I'm twisting my hair, all I need is that shea butter and it stays just fine. Even when I take the twist out and it's just kind of curly, um, I could wear that as a hairstyle also. And I don't need gel to make the curls stay. They stay just fine. They dry overnight because of course I do it wet after I wash and condition my hair, or sometimes just that spray bottle you see in the picture, that with warm water with some olive oil in it. Yeah, if I don't need to wash my hair, but my hair is dry and I want to do it, I'll spray my hair with that water bottle. Because like I said, it's so much easier to do when it's wet, and style my hair. But I don't try styling my hair when it's dry. A lot of times when I wear the pullback hairstyle, I'll have twists in the front, and I know how to do twist all different type of ways. So I'll twist the front and the back be um, in a bun, and it looks nice. Um, I don't use the gel that often. The spritz, and again, I don't use it that often because you don't need it. But for that pushback hairstyle, the edges of your hair, you're gonna need something to keep it to laying flat. So that helps out with that. And yes, like I said, I do use olive oil. It works great. I mean, it really does. You need a good hard brush. You need wide teeth combs, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, I've seen so many videos of people who use all different types of expensive hair products, and their hair looks really nice, but mine does too. And I don't use all that expensive stuff. I just can't afford to right now, and I'm still able to make the transition with what I have, and it's not a lot. It's not what I have does not cost more than a perm does or relaxer. It does not cost more than that. And when I first was making the transition, I thought it was so difficult at first because you know it's just you have to get used to it. And there were times when I thought about giving up, but I stuck with it. I just did one of those transition hairstyles real quick and walked away from the mirror before I did something drastic like could change my mind or something. So I stuck with it, got my hair braided or got my hair twisted, whatever I needed to do to give myself some time off because I'm like trying to figure this out. But now that I have some length, it is so much easier. It's so many different hairstyles you can do. And when you run out of ideas, you can do something you already did, or you can go online on YouTube and find a new hairstyle to do that somebody's done. And it's really fun. Like you get to be creative. With the relaxer, all I did was wear a bob. That was it. It's not really much you can do with the relaxer other than wear it down. And I never been a weave type. I never been, I'm not about to braid my hair up and sew a weave or put on a weave. That's just never been um my thing. So I've always been the, relaxer girl with my hair, in a bob. So this has been a great. It's like one of the best decisions I've ever made. It was worth it, um, especially once you get some length. It's so much easier to put it back in a bun when you have some length, and I used to wear my hair in a bun when I had a relaxer, so that's not too different. It just looks fuller now. The bun is so my bun when I had a relaxer used to be all tiny and stuff, but now that I have this kinky hair, my bun is it's big. It doesn't look retarded big, but it's big. And when your hair is kind of short and you're trying to get it back in that ponytail, it can be difficult when you have kinky hair. So a lot of times you'll just have to part the back of it and put the small section in the back in the ponytail first, then part um, higher and put that part, like section it off and put sections in the ponytail first, and you'll get it back into the ponytail. But trying to brush all your hair back into a ponytail at one time when you have kinky hair is is too difficult. I mean, I don't care if you have to get in the shower, let the warm water, um, excuse me, cool water, because cool water helps your hair stretch. You don't want your hair to shrink with the warm water. So with the cool water, you got your head back and letting the water help you push your hair back into the ponytail so you can get it back there. It really helps. And like I said, I mean, eventually the relaxed hair would just come off, would just not be there anymore. I did not cut my relaxed hair off. It just eventually just kind of like shredded, I guess. It just shed it off. And I did get trimmed, but not on a regular. With kinky hair, it's kind of like I see people who get their hair trimmed, and it's like, it's in my opinion, with kinky hair, it's not really that necessary. But this is my explanation of how I did it, and I've been successful. So, give